Okay.
But the first one I thought might be a little
Yeah, I'm
more
like, oh
challenging.
gosh, why did we hear? But I think accountability is a big one, because otherwise he just says, because I said we're doing it, even when I think it's wrong. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, and then I get to be like, okay, well, now I'm gonna call Wolfgang and tell on you. Usually it's money, because Charlie wants to give all his money away all the time.
Right.
All right, so if I mess up, do we get to go again?
Yeah, if you don't like it, you can go again.
Well,
That's right. Yeah, because you're going to jump anyway, right? Okay. So
Okay.
the first thing I'll ask you to do is to say your name and spell it, so that when we go to do the thing, he'll
Okay.
yeah. And then you don't have to look here. You can just look right at me.
okay, perfect. Yep. All right.
So now, I'm not going to be on. So basically, what I just asked you, I'll just say again, which is
Okay.
you and Charlie. Charlie's in the mastermind program, which means you're in the momentum program. Why do you think that works so well, and why is it important for both of you to be in the program?
I find it very helpful when I can hold him accountable for certain things that we're having issues with in the firm. If he has one idea and I have another, it gives me another outlet to ask and confirm if what I'm thinking is right or what he's thinking is right. Plus, it also gives me the opportunity to hold him accountable for things that he should be doing if he's neglecting on doing them.
In terms of coming together to the retreats together, because I know you always go to the retreats together, what is the dynamic when you're here?
I find it very supportive to find other people, for me, to find other people that I can ask questions to, or if I'm having issues with staff members where I'm like, I don't really know the direction, and then he'll have the same issues, but I think as the owner, he's looking at it one way, I'm looking at it at another way. And I think having somebody come in and just saying, hey, listen, pull the plug, do this, or I think that's what I find most helpful, is just the support.
We've talked about a ton of stuff over the last 3 days. Did you have any aha moments? 1 or 2 aha moments this retreat?
Yes, for me, my aha moment was with Wolfgang. It's always numbers, and it's my return of investment. We have a lot of marketing that we do, and I was having a hard time capturing exactly what my return of investment was with the sale, and if he's closing, what's his percentage of closing. So I was given like, this is how you do it, Betsy, because I'm kind of thinking of a certain way of how I have to do it, but then being able to speak to someone like Wolfgang, who is so experienced in finance, to say, you are 100% on, keep going.
Excellent. What's the first thing you're going to implement when you get back?
That. I'm going to know my numbers better, so then when I sit with Wolfgang and he quizzes me on my P&Ls and my cash flow, that I'm going to know exactly where they are. And when he asks me for my ROIs, which he always does, I will be in a better position to answer him.
So I think this retreat a little bit different than others. We talked a lot about leadership traits, leadership characteristics. Was there anything that new for you or that you thought about differently related to being a better leader in the firm?
I always like when I come here and I hear like what we're doing is right, as far as culture and as far as treating people like they're people, not like a bunch of children. I mean, we're employing adults. Just come in, do your job. Let's have a great work environment. We do family law. It's very, very contentious. So you're always in a fight mode. But to come into the office and know it's decorated for Halloween and to have that culture is, for me, that's a big thing as the leader. And then to look at him and to be reinforcing all of the decisions that we've made together to have a better environment for the staff is huge.
That's great. As you think about all the advice that you've been given, right, and we talked a little bit about some, what do you think probably might be the most valuable piece of advice that you specifically have gotten from the coaches?
I think for me is just what you're doing is right. I have a lot of like questioning myself since I'm kind of self-taught and just kind of thrown in here, you can do this, and doubting myself and having them all saying, no, what you're doing is right, keep going forward. Realistically, there was one thing that Wolfgang said to me is I equate pain with success, and there doesn't have to be that. It could be it could just flow easily. It doesn't have to hurt to get to the end point and be successful.
Is there anything I haven't asked you about your experiences here that you think is critical or you want others to know about?
Not really. I think that you've hit everything, but I can say for me, it's just knowing that if I have a really intense question, I send an email out, I send a text. I'm not waiting days. Usually within a couple hours, I'm getting a response from Wolfgang, from Deb, someone saying to me, what can I do? This is the advice I have. Do you want to jump on a quick call? I mean, just to have that support, it's priceless for me. Yeah.
Mic drop. We've had two
Okay.
mic drops.
Okay, good.
Francis ended with, just join us. And I'm like,
There we go.
Priceless. Mic drop.
Cherry on top.
Okay.
See, that wasn't
So
too
I'm
hard.
good? No, it wasn't, because I'm like, okay, wake up, Betsy. You could